Welcome back. This Sunday, Kentucky will mark the first Mesothelioma Awareness Day after legislation was passed in the last session to set aside a day to focus on the disease. And here to tell us more about some of the efforts to raise awareness, we're pleased to welcome Yvonne Hall, who has spent a lot of time working and advocating for the message with our state lawmakers. And also we're pleased to welcome Dr. Rachel Harper from the Cronin Cancer Center at Lexington Clinic. Thank you both so much for being with us.
Thank you.
We'll start with you, Yvonne, and I know that this is something that's really near and dear to your heart. Tell us why you've decided to become an advocate for mesothelioma and raising the awareness about the disease.
My son was diagnosed. I knew that asbestos could cause cancer, but I'd never heard the term until he was diagnosed 5 years ago. And after his death, working with awareness helped me cope.
And you and your husband have been very active, involved in getting this day recognized in the state of Kentucky.
We learned that an organization was promoting September 26th as Mesothelioma Awareness Day, and decided that since one of the former lawmakers, Ron Cyrus, had been a victim, that the Kentucky legislature might do that. So we began contacting legislators, and it took 2 years, but in April 2010, we got Senate Bill 62 that established September 26th as Mesothelioma Awareness Day in Kentucky.
And as far as from the medical perspective, what are some of the things that people should be aware of, with the symptoms that they should look out for, or signs that they may have a problem?
The symptoms are shortness of breath. Patients may have dyspnea on exertion, and some may have chest pain if it's localized to the chest. But mesothelioma can also affect the abdomen. There's a peritoneal form, so if they notice increased abdominal girth or swelling in their abdomen, those are things they should seek and talk to their doctor about.
And what are some of the risk factors or some of the exposure issues that put you at risk for the disease?
The biggest one is obviously asbestos exposure. In the United States, they've noticed that since 2000, when they've realized this, that the incidence has actually gone down as we've become more aware of that. But tobacco abuse is not a direct link, but if you are a smoker, it does increase your risk of developing it if you've had asbestos exposure.
And just some stats, approximately 3,000 Americans die each year from mesothelioma. In Kentucky, we rank 27th in the country with 197 deaths between 1999 and 2005. So an important issue in our state and beyond. And what's the main message that you hope folks will get through the efforts of your advocacy and to raise awareness?
The only hope for future victims is research and awareness. So I advise people to support research for mesothelioma.
And if you're interested in learning more, you see two websites at the bottom of your screen from some of the foundations and organizations that will offer more information on how you can get involved, how you can learn more, and how you can raise awareness yourself. Thank you both so much for being with us and for sharing your story. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will be right back with a check of your forecast. Finally, fall may feel a little more like fall. Meteorologist Mary Watson has those details up next.